Hey there, it is E Squared Photography, and I'm Emily, and we are missing the other half, so you're just getting half of us today. Erin is not here to film. I think we're going to be filming some of these videos individually just to get more content to you. So today we are diving into how to photograph families with zero stress, which seems impossible, but we're going to tell you right now, it is not if you are prepared and ready to go. So let's talk about that today. And make sure to stick around until the end because we have something just for you at the end of this video. And we promise by the end of this video that you're going to walk away with at least one tip that is going to leave you ready for your next family session with less stress, because we know how much stress or how stressful those family sessions can be. And for the best photography tips and tricks, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that bell for notifications of future videos. Okay, so in order to have zero stress at a family session, the very first thing you need to do is you need to be prepared. And there's lots of ways we're going to talk about here that you can be prepared in order to help things run smoothly and better at your session. The first thing, which is very, very important, is to make sure to communicate clearly ahead of time. Any sort of communication, make sure they know exactly what's going to happen, what they're going to get, all of that stuff, where you're going to meet, what maybe they should wear. All of that should be clearly communicated to them ahead of time. So a few days before the session, we send them a reminder email. And in this email, we're reminding them of the date and the time and the location of their session. This might sound silly because they already know all of this from previous conversations we've had with them, but we do this for one reason, and it's because we've had instances where our communication is off and someone has it wrong in their calendar. And so either we show up to a session and nobody comes because they have a different date, or vice versa. So making sure to remind them one last time is super, super important. Another way we help keep this communication super clear and help prepare them for their session is we give them a few tips to ease their fears. So we actually send them our style guide, our family style guide, to help prepare them for their session as far as choosing a location, and that they don't have to choose, we can choose too. And if they have something great, here's some education behind choosing locations and choosing their outfits. That's a huge one. So a lot of this style guide is all about choosing the best outfit for their family, and just preparing them and making them feel comfortable in advance is super important. Another bonus thing we like to do, if we haven't worked with a family yet, we will send them and they have little kids, let's say, we will send them a little video of the two of us being super silly and just to get to show their little kids, to get them familiar with who we are, our faces. So the little kids feel comfortable coming to the session and excited that they already saw who we were. And this one sounds silly, but ask if they have questions. It seems like it's something, yeah, I would think to do that, but make sure to ask if your clients have any questions ahead of time, so you can answer those right away for them. And right away when we book our family sessions, we are sending them a family questionnaire to get a little bit of information from them. So we ask them things like, what are the names of everybody coming to this session? That way we can be prepared and be able to call people by their names when the session comes. We also ask for ages of the little kids because we want to know if we're dealing with a 6-year-old or a 6-month-old. That's going to help us prepare for the session or decide what props to bring that best suit that age. We also ask them if they have any location ideas in that questionnaire, or photo combinations they might want, or what are they going to do with these photos? Are they planning to print them, hang them on the wall, make an album, all of that kind of stuff. We even ask a little bit about each of the kids. So we ask, tell us a little bit about each of your kids. So the parent might write, well, little Johnny loves Paw Patrol. So we know when we get to the session that is something we can try to connect right away with him to make him feel more comfortable at our session. And now you might be thinking, like, how do I even remember all of that? Like, yeah, they fill out this questionnaire, but that was a while ago. How do I remember all that? What we do is in our Google Calendar, where their session date and time is, you can actually add notes to that specific session. So we will add all of those notes about the kids, their ages, the photo combinations, all of that information goes right in the notes section. So the night before or the day of, we can pull that up and look it over before we get to the session. Another thing that once the session has started is something important is to put yourself in the parent's shoes during the session. A lot of times these parents are very stressed out because they probably scrambled to get the kids ready. Maybe someone cried beforehand or someone was just napping and trying to wake up and is cranky. Really put yourself in their shoes and the stress that they're dealing with, and that will hopefully be able to help you put them at ease at the session. Another thing during session time, some things you can do to make it less stressful is just have fun, be silly, and be patient. If you can do all of those things and just relax and make mom and dad feel more relaxed, things are going to run a lot more smoothly. Comment below right now and let me know, what is the biggest thing that brings you stress during family photos? I think one of the things right away for us was posing. And I think when we were at sessions, when we had all these cool pose ideas and then we realized, okay, the toddlers, the little kids are not even gonna cooperate. So what are we even gonna do? That was probably our biggest stress. Let us know what yours is in the comments below. So along with that being silly and just kind of taking it slow and having fun, things we like to do is we like to play games or sing songs. So if things are kind of going a little rough and you're trying to do those really standard poses, and little Johnny and his little sister are just wild and don't want to do it, or someone starts crying, take breaks and play games. So you can be like, hey, do you guys want to play the ring around the rosy game? And you can let them play ring around the rosy and snap, 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 snap. So we always like to have those in our back pocket in case things are a little bit off, or if we have time at the end of a session. And so I was talking about how one of our biggest struggles was the posing right away when we first started out with planning. So one tip that we can give to you is don't over plan posing. Don't go into your session thinking, I'm gonna do all of these poses that I found on Pinterest and it's gonna work out great, because it's not going to work out great. Even if the kids are really cooperative, it's still gonna be a struggle. So our tip to you is to not over plan. Go in with maybe a couple that you really wanna try that are a little bit unique, but then try to do your basics. Do a standing, a sitting, a walking, and then do some unique stuff and some breakouts from there. So the biggest thing is to really just keep it simple, keep it laid back. Don't go in with too many expectations, and really communicate clearly ahead of time to put mom especially at ease for the session, and really start interacting with those kids, get to know those kids right away so things can go less stressful. So hopefully some of these tips helped you and you feel a little more comfortable going into your next family session. But if you are someone that does shoot families and maybe you're new to shooting families, we do have in the description below a family planning session and posing guide. So in this guide, you're gonna find all sorts of posing tips and a little worksheet to help you plan for your next session so you feel more at ease and less stressed out. So make sure to check that out in the description below. And now if you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button and share it with a friend so we know to make more videos just like this one. And if you don't already, follow us on Instagram at e2photography, and you can find out more behind the scenes footage of us at sessions and see some of our work as well. And we will see you guys next week. Every Monday we come out with a new video. Thanks for watching.